Hi guys, how you doing? Well, it's evening, it's almost 10 p.m. As you can see, I'm next to the children's playground. Also next to me is a certain restaurant. There it is. It used to be opened almost every day, but nowadays it's closed. Now these are the environs. This is my neighborhood. This is the children's playground. It's free to enter. We also have a playground for adults where as an adult you can go and exercise. It's also free to enter. Here we have very wonderful and very beautiful social amenities. Just take a look at them. Wow. God created a very beautiful world. That's why it's important to travel in order to see more of God's creation. Now, we're on the series of the Sabbath, the 10 Commandments. And we are on part 3 of the Sabbath commandment. Let's recite the Sabbath commandment again. And while reciting these verses, I always recite from the King James Version of the Bible. So, Exodus chapter 20 verse 8 to 11, it says, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, the manservant, nor the maidservant, nor the cattle, nor the stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore God blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it." Here in the Sabbath commandment, we are told in verse 9, 6 days shalt thou labor. Labor is not optional to a hard-working God. Labor is compulsory. 6 days you shall labor. 6 days you need to work hard. 6 days you need to do your work excellently. Because when you work diligently and excellently for 6 days, then you have a reason to rest on Sabbath. When you work excellently for 6 days, you will have a reason to put work aside and to rest. And you're going to have peace of mind because you're going to know that you have done your best. What does the Bible tell us about God? In Genesis chapter 1 verse 31, after he finished creating the world. The Bible tells us in Genesis chapter 1 verse 31, "And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day." And the evening and the morning was the 6th day. It tells us at the end of creation, God looked at everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. What is another way of saying it was very good? Another way of saying it was very good, it's saying it was excellent. God looked at everything. God evaluated everything he had created, and behold, it was excellent. And after seeing all his creation was excellent, he rested on Sabbath. And this we see in the continuing verses in Genesis chapter 2 verse 1 to 3. It says, "Thus the heavens and the earth was finished." Every work that God had to do was finished. Now, before you rest on Sabbath, ask yourself, have you finished the work that you are supposed to do? Because it is only when you have excellently finished the work that you were supposed to do that you're going to have a peaceful rest on Sabbath. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day, God ended his work which he had made. And God rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it, because in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. So finish all your work in 6 days. before you rest on the seventh day. And make sure all work that you have to do, you do it excellently. The Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. It is only when you do your work with your might is when you're going to have peaceful rest on Sabbath. May God bless you super abundantly.